Hey everyone, I wanted to check in with you and see how you're doing. Please let us know in the comments below. I'm back in the store. We're closed, but I'm filling orders and doing some admin stuff. It's freaky, it's very surreal. I've been thinking recently, in fact, I've been thinking all my life about how in the Bible there are these crazy stories of biblical proportions, right? And that's never ever happened in our lifetime, and it never seemed likely to happen. Such incredible things beyond imagination that can happen. But to me, it feels like I would consider this biblical. It's happening globally and it's affecting us on a major, major scale. And who knows what the fallout will be. It's just so intense. I'm calling it biblical. And during these times, it helps to be able to make meaning out of what's happening. And so a lot of us have been thinking, especially us metaphysical people, what does this all mean, right? Well, there's a couple things that come to mind. One is that, and I've been talking about this in my Moon Days group, the work I do with women, about how we're needing to shift to more feminine. The feminine principle has been abused and repressed for thousands of years, and it's so unhealthy. We've been too yang as a culture. Yang meaning we're too busy, we're doing, making, going, just running all the time and not having that time to be quiet and still and be reflective. And it causes a lot of stress on the planet, a lot of stress personally, and it's important to have that balance of the yin and yang energies in our lives. And what's happening, it's like Mother Nature has sent us to our rooms to think about what we've done, and that is that we got a little too yang, too out of balance, and it also caused a lot of pollution in the world, which one of the blessings is it's lessening because of having to stay at home. So that's one thing that it makes me think of. And then the other thing is that the lungs represent grief. And we've not had the time to grieve what we've been doing to our planet. Hi, Karen. Thank you. You too. We haven't had the time to grieve what's been happening to our planet, and so now it's time for us to stop and process that grief and listen to Mother Nature and what's going on. So there's a couple of things to think about right there. And then Marianne Williamson she advises us to fill our inner rooms with light and love so that the darkness of fear and panic cannot set in. I love those words. That is such a great visual too, to fill our rooms with love and light so that the darkness cannot set in, because a lot of us are panicking and very fearful. And she also says that fear and panic are not good for our immune system, and it's so true. We need to be able to transition from fear and panic. We need to transmute that energy to make sure we stay healthy and strong. It's also better for everyone around us, including the planet. In fact, I just read, one of my mentors sent an email about how she suggests we all do a meditation for at least 10 minutes every day at noon to meditate on love and healing for ourselves and the planet. And when we come together in that way, it's so powerful, it's so strong. And I'm going to do it. I hope you guys might do it too. And I also, before I went live, I just saw a message that came to me, a direct message that said the Pope is encouraging us all to pray and meditate this evening for the whole planet. And I think the more we can do that, the better. So let me know what you guys are thinking of and what's happening in your world. I'd love to hear from you. And then I thought of, stones are great allies. They can be great tools to help us in all sorts of ways. And I'm going to talk about 2 stones that can be very helpful. And hopefully you have some of these at home. If you don't, I'm still filling orders, so you can also pick some up here. You can shop online with us, or you can direct message me, email, call the store. I'm picking up the messages, so just let me know. So some of the things we need to address right now are stress, right? A lot of us are stressed out. And this is a time for reflection, since we all have to be still and be with ourselves. And so that can be very helpful too. And immunity, we want to boost our immune system as much as possible and be protected. So those are the 4 areas I thought I'd look for stones that can help us. And hopefully next week I'll do the same. I'll pick another couple of stones that can help with these things. So the two I came up with today are apophyllite and amethyst. So here's an apophyllite crystal to show you what it looks like. It looks a little similar to quartz in that it's clear, but it's a different shape for the point. It's more of a pyramid. It's not six-sided. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. That's apophyllite. So apophyllite, tell you what it can do. Apophyllite has a calming effect, and it's a stress reducer. It releases mental blockages and negative thought patterns. It overcomes anxiety, worries, and fears. It calms apprehension and allows uncertainty to be tolerated. And God knows we are all living in an uncertain time, so this can be super, super helpful. Here's a big cluster of apophyllite. We just put some of these on the website, so check it out. And then in terms of reflection, it can help us with that too. It promotes introspection and addresses the correction of imbalances or flaws that are perceived. This is a stone of truth, bringing recognition of one's true self and allowing that to be shown to the world. Hi Tammy, thank you, same to you, stay healthy. So apophyllite is a great stone for reducing stress and helping with reflection. And we have also medium-sized clusters of apophyllite. And besides these big points, we also have little ones for $1 and $2. And then there's amethyst. Amethyst is a great stone. It does many different things. So amethyst strengthens the cleansing and eliminating organs and the immune system. So it's very helpful for the immune system. It relieves physical, emotional, and psychological stress and blocks geopathic stress, meaning negative environmental energies, and guards against psychic attacks. So a lot of us are feeling all that stress and all the negative energy from everybody else. Well, this can help protect you from that. Here's an amethyst palm stone. It's also just in general a very protective stone and enhances higher states of consciousness and meditation. So this is also helpful for the reflective meditative state as well. And there was something else. Oh, it heals diseases of the lungs and respiratory tract. And I thought that was fascinating too, because we all know that this virus attacks the lungs and the respiratory tract. So amethyst is supposed to help heal that and protect against it. Isn't that interesting? Hi, Erica. Shungite. Yeah, shungite is a great one. So I'm trying to do stones that we don't often talk about, like the go-to stones for protection a lot of times are shungite and black tourmaline, and I talk about those a lot. So I'm trying to talk about other stones that we might not think of. But yes, shungite is a great stone right now, and Erica is talking about how she keeps hers on her body. Yes, for sure. So remember, you can pick these stones up and play with them. You can wear them. Here's an amethyst crystal pendant. It's only $9. It's ideal if you can hold them when you meditate. Here's a amethyst crystal cluster pendant. Oop, I'm trying to get it to turn around. There we go. And then if you have like a bigger piece, you could sit next to it like this. Okay, so I hope that helps. And remember, if you can do a meditation for 10 minutes every day at noon, it could really help shift the energy on the planet and maybe even help get rid of the virus and help heal the planet. So thank you all for participating, for those who do. And I wish you all the best to stay safe and healthy. And I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching, everyone. Cheers.